Hello. 2020 is here, guys. We are in a new year, a new decade, right? And I don't know about y'all, but January has been long. It's been the longest month of the year, and the year already started. We're going to talk about 5 tips to improve your mental health. 5. Only 5, right? It's not a long list, but 5 of them to improve your mental health. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Right into it, okay? If you have not subscribed to the idea that mental health is real, stop watching this video because this is not the video for you. Mental health is real, guys. I cannot say it enough. Mental health is a thing. Mental health, everybody has mental health. So mental health is not just defined by a disorder. Just like physical health is not defined by a disorder. Mental health is, just your way of thinking, your way of feeling, your behaviors, your thoughts. So all of that is mental health. And if that is not together, if that is not intact, everything is going to be off. So let's talk about these 5 ways that we can improve our mental health. And these are things that I have used. These are things that I have told my clients to use. So these are things that I always advocate for. And I think my biggest tip and one of my favorite topics to talk about is self-care. Everybody is talking about self-care. It looks like everybody is practicing self-care. But what really is self-care? And what does that look like, right? Self-care does not look the same for everybody. Everybody's self-care is not calling out of work when, you're exhausted and you need a break. Is that a form of self-care? Absolutely. You should not be defined, and you are not defined by your job, right? But that's another conversation for another time. But taking that time for yourself and doing something that you enjoy, doing something that is relaxing to you. So my self-care that I do is, and I try to do it every Sunday. It doesn't usually happen every Sunday, but it happens for the most part every week. So what I do is I like to relax, take a warm bath, run some, put some bubbles in it, listen to all my old school music, and just really relax, light some candles. And that's what I do for my self-care. I call it Self-Care Sunday. So find something that you like to do. And I know that money is an issue for all of us. None of us are rolling in money. None of us are millionaires. But find something that you like to do that's affordable. And sometimes something that you like to do, it doesn't cost money to do. You know what I'm saying? So find something that takes care of you. And also practice, being in the moment and being in the habit of always taking care of self, right? And that leads me to my next tip, self-compassion. You should be the friend that you are to other people, to yourself. If you will not beat your friends down, if you will not be supportive of your friends, if you are supportive of your friends' goals, if you talk nicely to your friends, you should be doing that for yourself. Why are you being your own bully? Why are you talking down for yourself? Why are you saying that you can't achieve your goals? Have that self-compassion. Talk to yourself how you would talk to a friend, a sister, a brother, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt. Don't beat yourself down. Stop beating yourself down. Stop talking negatively to yourself. That's messing with your mental health, right? Because if you are not your biggest cheerleader, who's going to cheerlead for you, right? So have that self-compassion. Talk to yourself nicely. Believe in yourself. Support yourself. Do all of those things that you would do for a friend in a hard time. And I know, a common theme of that is people can never take their own advice. It's hard for people to take their own advice, because if a friend was going through something, you would be able to point that friend and say, listen, this is what you should do. And somehow it's hard for us to take our own advice. So with self-compassion, take your own advice as well, right? And then also, another tip number 3, take time for yourself, right? So it's okay to say no. So that's 2 tips in one, okay? Take time for yourself, and it's okay to say no. If you need a day of self-care, if you need a moment of self-care, that event that you were going to go to, it's okay to say no. You can't be there all the time for everybody if you're not there for yourself. It's okay to take those days off. And I encourage you to take those days off. The job will be there. The work will be there. All of that will be there when you come back. But protecting your mental health and staying in line with what you believe in and what your values are, I'm going to say it again, but this is a conversation for another time. You are not defined by your job. And if the people around you cannot understand that sometimes you can't be there for every event, you might want to think about the importance of yourself and your mental health to those people. Do things that you enjoy. Like for me, I enjoy painting. So I really, really enjoy paint and sips. And that is the time where I take time for myself, right? Am I good at painting? Probably not. Can I paint something, not at a paint and sip and it comes out amazing? Probably not, because I need the instruction. But that's something that I do where I take my time and just take my time to myself. Just on your weekends, just, relax. Spend time with yourself. You have to be okay with being by yourself, right? But you don't want to isolate yourself. And that's another topic for another time. But just making sure that you are taking your time away from people, taking your time away from your responsibilities for a minute. Because I think a lot of us, we get caught up in our jobs, in our families, in any other responsibilities that we have, where we don't have a chance to woosah. We don't have a chance to not worry about something. But if you can, I'm encouraging you to take that time, right? So the next tip, feeling your feelings. So let's think about that for a minute, right? Because when we feel something, you can't help but feel it. But are you acknowledging it, or are you trying to push it away? If you're constantly trying to push your feelings away, your sadness, your disappointment, just negativity that you're feeling, how stressful is that? How hard is that, right? Instead of just going through that emotion. So it's like a wave, right? Emotions are like a wave. The wave comes, it goes.